How's it going, movie fans? My name is Jonathan. I am a man of movies. I love film and everything that has to do about it. And I'm just here for you to listen to my take. Now, this past Christmas, the DCEU's newest film came out in theaters and on HBO Max. We're gonna get right into.
You know, I'm not so keen on this one. I figure you are, but you know what? I'm ready to go.
I think we can do better.
Parachute pants?
Yeah,
Does everybody parachute now?
So Wonder Woman 1984 takes place in 1984, and it's been about 70 years since the events of the first Wonder Woman took place. The Great War ended, and Steve Trevor gave up his life and sacrificed it in order to save the world and profess his love for Diana. And all this time later, Diana hasn't forgotten about him, and she's still thinking about him. She still wants him, and she knows she can't. And it's something that she'll have to live with for the rest of her life. Come in a new type of object that grants wishes. Steve Trevor comes back, but Diana isn't the only one able to make wishes, which is where we're gonna get into this film. Gal Gadot is great, okay? And I didn't think she was back in the day, but in this movie, whatever you think about it, come on, you gotta give her props, man. She has been really evolving as an actress, and we see this a lot in this movie just from the way that she uses her humor, the way that she acts in emotion. She has become a better actress than she was when she was in the Fast movies and when she started the DCEU with Batman and Superman. The concept of 84 was very much comic booky. The first Wonder Woman was a war film with superheroes in it, but this is a movie that is very much a comic book film. You call it cheesy, you can call it corny, but it is a comic book film. And the concept of the Dreamstone and it granting wishes to whoever touches it, and whatever wish they want is granted, is intriguing. And no better director could have been at its helm than Patty Jenkins. Which is surprising because I feel like they're two different movies, Wonder Woman 1 and 2. But the way that Patty Jenkins is able to direct her characters, to invoke that emotion, the way that tonally the film is, and knowing that, yeah, there will be a lot of comic booky cheese, but there will be some emotion. The tone was done great, but the direction is the least of my worries. Pedro Pascal in this movie, oh my god, he is my favorite part about it. The way that he plays Max Lord, I don't know if it's true to the source material, the comics, but I absolutely loved it. The charisma that he oozes onto the screen, that he can come off as this posh businessman, elite, but that same charisma is used when it's turned on its head later on in the film, and he becomes this very treacherous and depraved human. In the trailers, we see that Steve Trevor does come back, but no matter the way how he came back, they have to develop the relationship between Diana and Steve. They have to build up on the romance. The fact that Diana hasn't seen him in 70 years, the fact that he's dead. And how is this gonna play into the movie? I'll tell you how. In no significant freaking way. This film is so all over the place that the only type of point that Pine and Gadot's characters have in this movie is to go to point A and then go to point B and then go to point C. And they try to mix in some sort of development, but it doesn't work out because the only time they even get to be a big faction in this movie is when there's a action-heavy scene and it just comes off as visual noise because it's just to look cool. And when it's not dragging hard, which is most of the film, it's just a lot of exposition, a lot of convenience. It's more convenient than the Rise of Skywalker. Oh, how do we get here? Oh, you know how to fly a plane. Oh, how do we find out information about this? Oh, some random guy that has a freaking shop somewhere knows all about this. How convenient is it? You can't deny that there is so much confusion when it comes to the rules of the world, the rules of the Dreamstone, and how Maxwell Lord is able to use it, and you're left going, okay, does the movie really expect me to be dumb enough to turn my brain off right now? How about you take that out and we focus and we ground our story a little bit more? Kristen Wiig is also in the film. I didn't mention her before, but I think she did a good enough job. Her character was less than a second villain. She wasn't even a second villain. She was less than that, in my opinion. With that being said, I do hope to see her again because I didn't think she did bad. I thought she was actually pretty good in the movie. Overall, Wonder Woman 1984 is not as bad as some people say it is. It's also not as good as others say it is. I think it was a very mediocre outing for the DCEU. Granted that some of the performances in the film really do it for me. And the direction that Patty Jenkins decided to take the film and the tone that she instilled in the movie, I appreciated very much so. I think the problem was more in the writing and execution of the film thereof. The film is very slow. It drags from beginning to end. There are action sequences which, yes, there's a point for it happening, but if they're not rooted in some sort of stable narrative, it's just visual noise, and that's what that was. The relationships in the movie, especially what Trevor and Diana Prince's relationship was supposed to be, it just diminishes right before our eyes. We don't get enough time with them. Instead, it's just full of a whole bunch of confusion and a whole bunch of convenience. All in all, Wonder Woman 1984, you should watch it. Those are my thoughts, guys. I know that I'm gonna get one half of the fan base mad, and then I'm gonna get the other half of the fan base angry as well, but that's just my opinion. All over the place as it was. Comment below, what did you think about Wonder Woman 1984? But like always, like this video, share this video with family and friends, and subscribe to my channel. Till next time, movie fans.